with Steve Himmel today. And so, Steve, would you tell us a little bit about your involvement in the band and what your role was?
Wow. Well, in my freshman year of college, 1979, Jamie asked me to be a part of the band, and I just didn't really have any idea what that would entail. But it was vocals and keyboards.
Okay.
And that was my involvement. And there was, after college, a few months that I was not a part of the band, but then back with the band in '85. And so basically a 5-year span.
And what's one of your favorite memories from the band being involved?
Well, can I cry?
Yeah.
I don't have one favorite memory.
Yeah.
But just being a part of it.
Yeah.
Being a part of it. And all the experiences that we shared together and the friendships. We did life together. And there were good times and bad times. And we loved each other through it. And I learned so much about myself. I think it also prepared me for ministry for the future at Church on the Rock. And learning to deal with people and learning to deal with churches. And it was preparing me, I think, for what was my next season in life.
And somewhere in the middle of there, we got married.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so one of the things that I remember is that we got back from our honeymoon, and you left on a bus the next day to go join the band that was on tour. So
and you made it very clear that that was not going to work long term.
Yeah, it was only a couple of months, and then that was done for them, but not really, because here we are today.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now?
Well, at that point when we got married, and just a couple months later, I left the band, and it was actually through the band trying to book a gig at Church on the Rock in St. Peters, Missouri. It was just a little startup church at the time, and a friend had told us about it, and Alan wrote a note. He called looking to book a concert.
Okay.
And so they said, well, he asked for the youth minister. They said, well, we don't have a youth minister. Do you know of anybody? And Alan knew I was from the area, so he wrote a note, said, if you know anybody interested. And so that note just kept coming back to me. Couldn't get rid of it for a period of weeks. And finally I called it. And then that was really the beginning of our time at Church on the Rock. And so we got married and went to Church on the Rock, and we did youth ministry for over 13 years and loved most every minute of it. And but then it was time to move on, and so since then, adult education and several different things, but primarily right now as a part of the pastoral staff, responsibilities in pastoral care with weddings and funerals and things like that. Also helping people get involved in ministry, the volunteers of the church, and helping them find their right place and to stay motivated and fit for the ministry. And then also Celebrate Recovery, and we've been doing that together for almost 2 years now, and we absolutely love that as well.
And what about our family?
Our family, well, we have 2 wonderful boys. Sean is 29 years old and works at Church on the Rock as well. Yeah. And as well as you too. So our whole family has been there at some point. And so he's in the video department, and he edits, shoots, produces, directs the videos with a team at the church, and that's what he's doing. And then Ryan, he's working in St. Louis, worked at the church for a while, and he now works at a place, Dynaflex in St. Louis, and about ready to get married.
Yes. So
that's
we're
the big
excited
news
about that. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for being here today, and we're so glad that you could share just a few minutes with us.
Thanks. Thank you.